Got it. विवेक हर्ष को तो जानता है ना?
So sorry, actually, I just got my book. So hi everyone, I'm Harsh Mhatre, and I just joined like a week before, and it was quite fun. अब तक तो मजा ही आ रहा है, मतलब it's quite fun with Miss.
You'll miss after completing it.
Yeah. नहीं अभी भी आ रहा है और I'm learning new things. That's a great thing I can say about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wish everybody to be live. Yes. Archana, can you keep it horizontal so that it will be similar to what others are on? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Who's F8, CF? कलश है क्या? पुष्कर आ जाओ वीडियो पे. Ansh has exams tomorrow, so he's not joining.
Sure.
Yes, so it's great to see you all.
Oh.
And you will always be a part of Secrets of Living a Full Life. So for all the viewers out there, this is life designer Biji Tushar, who is inviting each of you to this beautiful series of sharing the secrets of living a full life. So audience, what does full mean? F means?
Fearless.
Fearless. U means?
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. L means?
Limitless.
Limitless. And the next L means?
Loving.
Loving. So the secrets of living a fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving life is what we're going to share here. So this is part 2. We have completed one entire series of being fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving. And now we have started with the second part. So today the theme is being fearless. So when I talk about fear, what comes to your mind? आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है जब मैं डर की बात कहूं? You can unmute yourself and speak.
Rejection.
Rejection. Okay.
Parents.
Parents.
Exams.
Exams. Vivek, what about you?
Good point. Fear of getting failure.
Failure. Fear of failure. Manasvi?
Rejections, what others will say, or like that only.
All right.
The consequences.
Yeah. Kalash, please come on the video. So basically, when we talk about fear, it's something that sort of keeps you stuck. You do not know a way out. It's all dark.
Yeah.
And you feel it inside you, right? तो लोगों को fear body में लगता है. डर body के अंदर होता है. दिमाग में तो होता ही है, पर body में भी होता है. So for a moment, I want you to think about which part of your body can you sense the fear?
Ma'am, heartbeat. Chest.
Heartbeat, chest pounding. Okay. What else?
Mind stops, like everything is
Blank.
towards that only, blank.
All right.
Not able to see the world clearly.
Not able to have a clear picture. So there's a lot of confusion. All right. Tisha, what about fear? When you talk about fear, what is it that comes to your mind and which part of your body reacts to that fear?
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. So which part of your body reacts to that fear? You recently overcame an episode of fear, right? Can you share what is that?
Oh, which fear? Like,
Exams.
yeah, that the result thing. Yeah, so today
Yes.
was my 12th result.
Fear
Oh,
of results.
So, so I was like,
congratulations.
kya aega? Thank you,
Right.
thank you.
So huge
It was
round
like,
of
what will
applause to
come?
Tisha for having secured more than 80% marks in a
Waiting for
12th
the
standard
party.
examination.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
हम सब पार्टी की राह देख रहे हैं. बट जो डर था आपको अब वो चला गया.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think that the fear that you had was not needed? Can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted.
I got more than my expectations. So I had expected just 70% कि हाँ नहीं हुआ है मेरा पेपर अच्छे से. But it's like कि I don't know, like whatever I hard worked, I got my results. So everyone was like happier in my family. So whatever I feel like my hard work shows whatever I do in my thing.
Correct. So whether it is 1 month or whether it is 10 months, the quality of your work is definitely going to produce the results. So again, my question is, looking back at your past, do you think that this unnecessary tension that you took for yourself and the fear that you felt, was it necessary?
Ma'am, but how
You
much
don't
ever we
take
take,
tension. You
One
don't take
sec,
tension.
Kalash, one
It
sec,
comes
Kalash. Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah?
You don't take tension, it comes automatically because you have that अभी result आ रहा है तो automatically आ जाता है क्या आएगा result, वो ऐसे हो जाता है. आप लेते नहीं हो, सबको यही बोलते chill करो कुछ नहीं आ जाएगा, पर वो दिमाग में रहता है कि हाँ result है.
So it's an automatic thought. So fear is an automatic thought. Yes, Kalash, you wanted to say something.
No, ma'am, I don't want you to say anything.
No, just now somebody gave an opinion. So I wanted to know.
ma'am, it was me. It was like how much ever exams you give, how much ever you are prepared, but on the day of the exam, you have that fear.
So a little fear is good.
But that comes only how much ever you think, how much ever we say, but that is just the thing that we can't get rid of.
Correct. So I am reminded about one quote given by Amitabh Bachchan, who says that even though I am an established actor, every time I get on the stage, I have butterflies in my stomach. But the question is, how do you align those butterflies for flight? Now that Tisha has realized that it was useless taking so much tension and that her hard work has paid and she has got the results for it, next time when she is writing at the end of this year an examination for which she is preparing so well, I am sure the rate of fear will be less. Yes or no, Tisha? Too early to tell.
Yes, try. Yeah,
Too
too
early
early
to
to like
tell.
it's been.
But still, because you cleared it with so much percentage, you have that what you say, respect for yourself, that nahi, agar aap hard work karenge to uska result to aapko milega hi. Correct?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Manasvi, अमिताभ बच्चन को भी डर लगता है तो हमको डर लगना तो सही बात है. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम वो डर को भी हमको प्यार से लेना है. So once you accept the fear, ठीक है, I am feeling scared. Accept it. Acceptance is the key to success. So once you accept the fear, it has no power over you. Right? There was one lady who always used to get this bhayanak sapna, that somebody is coming behind her and she's wanting to run, but she's not able to run. She wants to speak, she wants to scream out, but nothing's happening and she doesn't know what is to be done. So she consulted a psychiatrist and said that this fear of being chased is there even in my dreams, and I really don't know what to do. It's like I get a kind of acute paralysis when this happens. How do I deal with it? So the psychiatrist tells the young lady that next time you get this dream, do one thing, turn back, look at that person who's chasing you, and say, "Are you here to tickle me?" And then you will find that that person who was chasing you was your own shadow. So when you add the element of humor, or when you look at your fear in a different perspective, it no longer will remain a fear. So are you with me? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Kalash, let's discuss your fears. What's your fear, Kalash?
Uh,
Why do I have to study? And studies scare me. Am I right?
Only for one subject.
Only for one subject? Are you sure?
Yeah.
And because you're scared of that subject, you sort of procrastinate learning that. Correct? But you're a fearless person, and you're a part of Management Me School of Confidence. So, is it okay to keep pushing away things that you should be facing? Is it going to help?
Yes.
How are you going to face your fear of a particular subject?
To pay more attention on that particular subject, more hard work on that subject, and mostly like revise that again and again so that it gets fit in your mind.
Correct. But how
And
do you decide that you're taking that action step?
so first you have to say that I love that subject. I love that subject. That our mindset is that we think that we can't do this, but the inner body says that you can do it.
Oh, so there's a conflict also inside your mind, where
Yeah.
you know instinctively that you can do it, but something stops you from doing it. How can you give weightage to that inner voice which tells you that you can do it? This question is open to all of you.
You can
Have
change
you
the
ever-
timings of your study. Means you can see at what duration of the day you are most active. During that day, you can select that subject which you don't like.
This is coming from experience. She has tried various tricks of trying to clear her examinations, and it is coming from experience. So would you like to try this, Kalash?
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Manasi.
Yes. So we would want an implementation to be done and then shared here on the same forum next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Everybody in the group, I want all of you to look at Kalash and say, "Kalash, you're the best."
Kalash, you are the best.
Kalash, you're the best.
I can't hear Pushkar, I can't hear Vivek, I can't hear Harsh, Archana.
Kalash, you're the best.
Kalash,
Yes.
you're the best.
Wonderful, wonderful. May I know who's, yeah, okay. So we go to the next part of this, where I can share a small story with you about fear. What happened a few years back is I had learned swimming, and I was at Kovalam Beach in Kerala. So I had learned swimming in a swimming pool, in YMCA swimming pool at Bombay Central. And I thought, mujhe to swimming aata hai. I dived from the second floor, and it was because everybody told me, Biji, you can do it. And nobody was ready to go when the coach told who's going to climb from the second floor and dive from the diving board. And I was scared. I mean, nobody is ready to go, and then everybody saying, no, 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 she can do it, she can do it. तो पहले से ही ना मेरे सर पे सब लोग पॉइंट आउट करते थे कि भाई ये लड़की कुछ भी कर सकती है. So I couldn't say no because I was told to take the baton of courage and go on the second floor, and from there dive into the swimming pool around 15 feet deep. And I said, अभी तो करना ही पड़ेगा, इज्जत का सवाल है. I climbed up, came to the board, and you know, as you go towards the end of the board, it starts shaking. And you know, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. And if you don't dive in a proper direction, like you have to dive like this. If you dive flat, you'll have nice red patches all over your body. Okay, and had experienced it from outside, and everybody's shaking their head as if everybody's experienced this, right? So I stood there, and oh my God, am I going to see the light of the day once I go down? I don't know anything, but everybody's screaming from there, Biji, Biji, Biji. So that was a thrill, you know, there was a excitement and there was fear. Have you ever experienced this kind of a state when you're excited as well as there is fear? So fear does cause excitement. So I thought of shifting my attention to the excitement rather than the actual fear. Stood there in perfect pose, and there I go jumping into the swimming pool deep down, and I don't know how deep it is. It's like, you know, you are in an abyss and ja rahe ho, end kahan pe kuch pata nahi hai. I thought I would touch the floor, but I didn't touch the floor. Just before that, I started coming upwards, and I'm doing like this, like this, like this. Baap re, aur kitna hai? Mujhe laga abhi my lungs are going to burst and I'm going to die. But just before I thought it was the final level where I was gasping for air and would not be able to breathe, that moment my head came out of the water, and I was just lifted up by all my friends who were there in the water, and they were just taking my name and saying, awesome, awesome, fantastic. Oh my God, that was such a great experience. Such a great experience. But that one moment, I felt, Gaya, this is the end of Biji. The world will never see her again. But I am glad that I took that risk. And this was when I was in 12th standard, Tisha, your age. I was in 12th standard at that time. And I think this was one of the subconscious things in my mind which promoted me to take as many risks as possible in various areas of my life. And I think that was a starting point of taking risks. So sometimes fear can be good. It pushes you beyond your limits. So I would like some of you to share your most crucial and your most difficult part of how you overcame your fear. Anybody? Any of you remember any incident? Harsh is smiling. So I thought he's got an incident, right? You can unmute yourself.
I have a lot of incidents. The similar one you told, the jumping, it is terrible. I tried it, and I can feel the same the way you were speaking now. It was ditto. Same ऐसे मेरे साथ हुआ, and the fear when you stand on the board now, that is something else. It's like अभी तो नहीं, impossible है, तो it's मुझसे नहीं होगा, it's impossible. ऐसा हुआ, but when you jump now, the impact was very deep though. लेकिन उसके बाद जब मैं ऊपर आया, it was very fun, मजा आया. Like my friends were also, they were cheering me and let's go, we are good to go and everything else. And yeah, the another fear I overcame was with water. Water is not the element, but what lies beneath it. So as a child now, I was very, can't say, I loved water. I used to see seas and oceans and swimming pool. It looks so beautiful. Water looks so beautiful. But like when I was in third or fourth, I first went to scuba diving, and
third or fourth standard.
Yeah, third or fourth standard. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Went with my parents. Yeah, I went to Singapore somewhere. तो उधर गए थे, and that was the first time when I explored underwater, like from मतलब एकदम lively,
Yeah.
not from the pictures or the movies, but as a lively देखना, the pressure under the water.
Correct. They
And
gave you the big
yeah, exactly.
headgear.
It was very heavy, the helmet
Very
though.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was very shocked because the world under the water was very different. It was having fishes and all. Na. Tab se
Yeah.
I had this fear of shark. So whenever I see water, whenever I think about swimming, I feel like no man, a shark is chasing me. Similar happened when I started with swimming.
Uh,
And our swimming pool was also very deep. It was like 12-13 feet ka tha. Or end mein there is a very huge, टैंक जैसा था जिधर a person can be
suck करता है. हाँ.
हाँ उधर बैठ सकता था इजीली कोई भी. And it was very horrible क्योंकि स्विमिंग में एक पैटर्न रहता है जैसे आप ब्रीथ कर रहे हो, your face should be under water and for like 1-2 सेकंड के लिए आप साइड में देख के you're taking all the air in and again you're the same. And the fear of water, इसलिए मैंने स्विमिंग स्टार्ट किया करना. And actually मुझे पता था कि sharks cannot survive in swimming pool का water, but then to have this feeling कि अरे इधर से वो जो टैंक जो ओपन है ना गेट, उधर से एक शार्क आने वाला है. And that was the reason I learned to swim faster, and eventually within a year I also competed in inter-school competitions and state level ka swimming.
Wow. A huge
That was
round
the
of
only reason.
applause. So
And
this is
then
the state
जैसे
level swimming champion whom we are speaking to.
but 4-5 years ago I can say अभी मतलब अभी तो normal life and all the swimming I do, but उतना speed नहीं, अभी recover करना पड़ेगा वापस. So
Yeah.
that was one of my best experience I can say. And मतलब मैं I overcome my fear by repeating the thing what I was feared of. मतलब swimming करना
Wonderful.
starting में it was very scary, but मैं वो करता गया. Eventually I got used to it, and underwater was never a fear for me अभी तक. मतलब अभी fear नहीं है मेरा वो going underwater
Correct.
और उसके
So
animals or
what you're trying to say is face your fear head on.
yes,
That's
exactly.
one strategy that works. How many of
Exactly.
you agree to this
Yes.
fact? Kalash, everyone agrees to the fact that you have to face your fear head on, except for Manaswi. Manaswi's okay. She's put her hand up.
I'm
Great.
always excited to do the things. I don't think I am afraid of this thing or I am afraid of that thing. Always I am like excited to do the thing.
So you sort of look at fear as excitement.
Yeah.
Actually, fear can be excited. I'll share to you another story, unless somebody else has to share. Does anybody want to share anything about your fearful incident? Vivek, anything about your fearful incident?
I really don't have like that fearful.
I think one of the episodes which you talked to me about the train,
No,
and there
that
was something
wasn't
there.
fearful. And it was exciting for me.
It was exciting for you. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So we go forward to Abhinita. Can you speak, or that is also difficult for you? Abhinita, can you mute yourself and say yes or no? So she's out somewhere and she's not able to do that. Well, now we go to the next part, that there are basically many kinds of fear that people face. One of the fear that people face is about facing change. Like, for example, if you've been staying somewhere and you have to come to some other locality, that's change. You've been in one kind of a curriculum and you're changing your curriculum, that's another change. You're unmarried and you're getting married, that is change. You have one job and you go to the next job, that is change. So there is a fear of change. How many of you think you have faced that fear? Yes, Yash. Sorry, Harsh.
So like, should I?
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Go ahead.
Changes in the sense, there are a lot of movement when you change your pattern of living, or आप जहाँ पर हो वहाँ से आप shift हो रहे हो, या फिर new school, new environment, new people, and you know, the fear or the thing that they will understand you, or
Ah,
आपके किसी एक disadvantage का आप मजाक नहीं उड़ाओगे, जैसे कि that time like 2-3 years ago I got in the, sorry I mean after my 10th I got to the new college, मतलब नया school में, तो I was always fearing कि I was at that time I was very fat. I was like 115 or 116 something. I was very fat. I was like, my neck wasn't visible. मैं इतना fat था, but I eventually lost. लेकिन तब I had this fear कि you know how will people react to you, and उनका क्या
so
रहेगा, will
this
they
is like what she said. Many of you said that fear of rejection, whether you will be
yeah,
accepted and included.
included, yeah. And another one is like you know, teasing or bullying ka thing. It's not like, not teasing,
Hmm.
yeah, but the thing is like, you know, making fun of you, or you know, you're getting very defensive,
Right,
and
right.
you don't want to get in that situation most of the time. You know,
Um, hello,
side se nikal jata hu, I don't want.
I am stuck or you are stuck? All right. So I think the fear of rejection or fear, am I stuck?
No, miss.
Am I stuck?
No, ma'am.
No, na? Okay. So the fear of being rejected by people, because we as human beings have a need to be included, like the herd mentality, right? We want to feel inclusive in everything and sort of a part of the crowd. But do you think that every time you are not included in a group, there is something wrong with you? How many of you feel that there is something wrong with you if you are not included in a group?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is it that you think about yourself? That मुझ में क्या कमी है? So is it with respect to your physical self or your mental self, or your what you say, manners and etiquette, because of which you think you're not included?
It might be because of you are not reaching their thinkings of their values.
So
Your working style,
mindset.
yeah, your
Okay.
values are different. Your working style is different. Their working style is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Harsh?
I can say physical and mental both, was where there is a thing called mentality. People usually tend to, you know, follow one type of mentality or other. So yeah, and
That's again
like,
mindset, right?
yeah, mindset again.
Anything else? Tisha, I can't hear you. You're muted. Tisha, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So he was talking about being judged because mindsets might be different,
Different.
value systems might be different. So the fear of rejection is because of not being at par with their value systems or with their mindsets.
Mindsets.
Now, anybody else? Kalash, do you think that, yeah, you want to say something, Archana?
My mindset that we are not enjoying with them. We cannot be with them.
Gel with
This
them.
type of mindset. Yes, ma'am. This type of mindset.
Okay. So do you think it's okay to have countable friends who actually gel with you and who understand you, who make you feel safe and who do not judge you, rather than having uncountable friends who are just there for the sake of it? What's your choice? Again, you're muted, Tisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah. So
We are
my question
friends.
is, what's your choice?
I would rather choose limited people in my life whom I vibe with and feel safe.
Yeah, because your vibes determine your tribe. It's a powerful statement. Your vibes determine your tribe. Yes, Harsh, what's your choice?
Same is limited and people, who pushes you, motivates you, and help
Who
you.
helps you to grow?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
about you, Kalash?
Yes, ma'am, the same thing to Harsh, we are told.
So we are not going to feel sorry about it if we have less friends and there is no comparison or no competition with respect to the kind of friends you have. It's better to have less friends but real friends.
Today only this thing happened. Like one of my friend didn't score well today.
Uh-huh.
So his mother was comparing his marks with his friends कि तेरे को इतने कम आए हैं, उन लोग को तेरे से ज्यादा आए हैं. So I was like कि whatever you had to potentially you had, you gave your best to give. अब
Correct.
नहीं आए तो मैं कैसे समझाऊं कि ओके लाइक उसने पूरे साल मेहनत की, मैंने एक महीने में की, तो उसका है कि एक महीने में भी उसको 80 आया और तेरे को ऐसे नहीं आया. So I was like कि like you have to be calm right now, you cannot argue back right now. So I was
Correct.
like, let them say, then you explain your point afterwards. But she like sometimes parents compare कि हाँ मेरा बच्चा ने कम perform किया. So
Correct.
वो थोड़ा हो
So
जाता है.
yeah, so my dear friends, audience who are watching here, here is a live testimony of students who are going through pain because of comparison. You can't compare a lily with a rose. You can't compare a mogra with a jasmine, right? Both are different and they have different qualities. So every child is unique. And examination is not the test of a person's mettle. There are so many aspects to a human being. Now, when Tisha is speaking so passionately about her friend and she's showing compassion to her friend, that is a quality which is a rare quality. So, you should appreciate your child for the qualities that they have, not just the percentage or the marks that they bring. It must be a status symbol as decided by the society. But then if you want your child to be exceptional, if you want your child to be standing out in the crowd, then find out what is that core value or what is that core talent which can get the child to be an achiever, and then work on to that. Everybody has weaknesses now, but every time pointing the finger on the weakness is going to make the person feel low in their self-esteem, and you're in no way going to help them. So what has happened, accept it, and how do we rectify it, or how do we move forward? And I think she wants to go into what line is it that she wants to go.
Like 12% doesn't matter here right now for him. But the thing is कि बोलते ना कि सबके परसेंटेज ऊपर है और हमारे कैसे नीचे है.
हाँ,
जैसे
बट
कि
उसको
देखा
क्या
जाए तो
करना है?
आई थिंक सो उसको कॉमर्स में ही आगे बढ़ना है. लाइक अभी आई थिंक सो बीबीए कर रहा होगा, तो
See,
उस लाइन में ही.
yeah, I had this kind of a situation when my son was giving his 10th standard examination. And then I said, you get the percentage that you feel you deserve. You decide what you want, how much you want. So I said, मेरे दिमाग में 88.98 आ रहा है, मेरे दिमाग में. And he said, मुझे 88 नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ना वो नंबर जो 88.98 I said, and he said, मुझे वो नंबर 88 ही चाहिए, मुझे उससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, उससे कम नहीं चाहिए. I said, okay, as your wish. And then he gets admission into the college that he wanted, and the person who got 92% also gets admission into that college.
Same college.
And he said, what the big deal? We are both in the same college, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
But ma'am, like sometimes scores matter na. Like this time college like 1-2% के वजह से हो गया. But अभी suppose some cutoffs go by 91 point something and people have got
Correct.
91%. So they lack कि यार point ज़्यादा 2-3 mark ला लिए होते तो you would have got that admission.
But you know what? We are so intelligent and we are geniuses that if there is a failure that's happening, there is an opportunity in that failure. Had I not got a particular percentage, I would have been an engineer. जो मेरा टारगेट था, मुझे अगर वो परसेंटेज मिला होता तो I would have gone into engineering. But today I'm thankful that I did not do engineering. Isn't it? So everything happens for a reason. All that you can do is give your 100%, 200% into whatever you're doing. कर्म करो, फल की चिंता मत करो. And that is what will keep you away from fear, or rather you'll be able to manage your fear. There is no point in regretting over what has happened. Nobody can change the past, but you can focus on the present to have a great future. Right? So the second type of fear that we have, the first type I spoke to you was about change. The second type of fear is the fear of being lonely. It sometimes causes people to resist living alone and to stay in bad relationships. And while it's smart to ward off loneliness, it's important to surround yourself with healthy people and healthy social interactions. Like how we said the previous time, that it's better to have less number of friends rather than having the wrong friends. Right? And it is said that you are an average of the 5 people you are with. So just to overcome loneliness, it is not necessary to be in a group that is not aligned to your values and your mindset and your worldview. So अगर आप कोई ऐसे relationship में हो जहां पे आप ग्रो नहीं कर सकते, आप इवॉल्व नहीं हो सकते हैं, तो उसमें से बाहर निकलिए, because you are made for something much more than what you're receiving today. हम बहुत बार ये सोचते हैं कि अगर फ्रेंड्स के साथ नहीं रहेंगे तो हम अकेले रहेंगे, and that's bad because you can't deal with your own company. Start looking at yourself as your best friend. I really am able to look into the mirror, into my eyes, and say, Biji, I love you. You're such a wonderful person. I want each of you to look into the mirror, look into your own eyes, and say, Kalash, I love you. You're such an awesome person. Harsh, I love you. You're such an awesome person. Archana, I love you. You're such an awesome person. You have to tell this to yourself. Vivek, look into the mirror and do this exercise every day. And you will find your potentialities come up and, be utilized every day. Abhinita, Tisha, look into the mirror and do this exercise. We all always been doing that I'm the best exercise, right? This exercise also, look, and you have to look into your mirror and you'll fall in love with yourself. Look into the mirror, look into your eyes in the mirror and see that your soul is talking to you. It's an awesome, awesome experience that you will be having. And this is the beginning of self-love. And only if you can fall in love with yourself, can you love somebody else. We go to the next fear that I'm talking about. It's the fear of getting hurt. So many times it happens that, you want to do some adventure. And then some people are really scared. What if I fall from the big mountain? What if I do bungee jumping and I hit my head against some wall? Right? But quite often our fears of getting hurt cause us to become emotionally overprotective about ourselves. It's not just getting hurt physically, but getting hurt emotionally also will keep you away from lovely relationships, because you don't want to feel vulnerable in front of other people. And hence, you're not ready to receive the love you get. So you think it's better to stay away. So that's a fear that you have of getting hurt. Because fear is very uncomfortable. And the emotional wounds might prevent you to make meaningful connections, or it might stop you from being vulnerable at work. But without emotional risk, there aren't any rewards. If you don't take an emotional risk to involve in what you're doing and make powerful connections, then you cannot go forward in your work. रिस्क अगर आप नहीं ले सकते हैं तो आप आगे नहीं जा सकते. So there are 3 fears which I talked about. Can you all name what are those 3 fears?
Change, loneliness, and hurt.
Change, loneliness,
and last one was
Getting hurt.
getting hurt. So well, now the next time when we have this episode, we will be talking about the rest of the fears. These are fears which stop you from moving forward and realizing your full potential. So we have Archana with us here, Archana Shukla, who's going to tell you what is the importance or the benefits of overcoming your fear. Yes, over to you, Archana.
hello everyone.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Great to have you all
Hello.
here. This is Archana.
Hi,
I'm going
Archana.
hello everyone. Today I'm going to speak about some advantages of being fearless, ma'am.
Yes.
If a person is fearless, how he can change his life. Firstly, I have to say that if we are fearless now, we can easily accept the changes in our life. For example, if we are shifting from one job to another job now, we can easily adaptable for those new culture, those new job culture, ma'am. जैसे कि हमें ये डर नहीं होगा कि हम वहाँ पे लोगों के साथ घुल मिल पाएंगे कि नहीं नई जॉब में, वो लोग मुझे एक्सेप्ट कर पाएंगे कि नहीं, ये फियर हमारे अंदर नहीं रहता है. इफ हम fearless हैं तो हमारे पास स्ट्रॉन्ग माइंडसेट है तो.
राइट.
और सेकंड पॉइंट मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगी कि हमें रिजेक्शन का फियर नहीं होता है. कोई मुझे बुरी तरीके से ट्रीट कर रहा है, रिजेक्ट कर रहा है, और मैं उससे नहीं बोल पा रही हूँ कि मुझे कैसे आप ट्रीट करो, क्या मैं डिजर्व करती हूँ, क्या सही चीजें मैं डिजर्व करती हूँ. सो इफ वी आर fearless, we can easily ask what we deserve.
Yes.
And third point is if we are fearless now, we can easily stand for ourselves. We can also speak in front of crowd for ourselves. Then also there is one point that fourth point, that if we are fearless, we can see the situation as it is. Tough situation. Yes, ma'am. Tough situation.
One sec. I'd like to say here something. When she's saying we can see the situation as it is, matlab hum usko we won't construct an image of what is, but we will very objectively look at the situation as it is and not as how we want it to be. Great.
Yes, ma'am. हम सिचुएशन को उसी तरीके से देख के उसे हैंडल करना सोचेंगे. If we have strong mindset.
Wonderful.
Also, if we are fearless now, we cannot cheat on ourselves. हम अपने आप से सच बोलेंगे हमेशा, एक्सेप्ट करेंगे सिचुएशन को, और सोचेंगे कि वो सिचुएशन से हमें ओवरकम करना है, ग्रो करना है. ये नहीं कि वो गलत चीजें हैं उसे हम उनके साथ हम रहें और अपने आप को हर्ट करें. इफ वी आर fearless, हम ऐसा करेंगे. ऑल्सो अब अगर हम fearless है ना, तो जो भी चैलेंजेस हमारे लाइफ में आते हैं उसे हम धीरे धीरे ओवरकम करेंगे और ग्रो करते जाएंगे चैलेंजेस से. डरेंगे नहीं चैलेंज से.
Wonderful.
हमेशा किसी ना किसी चैलेंज से कुछ ना कुछ सीखने मिलेगा हमें अगर हम fearless हैं तो.
Very
So
good.
these are
Very
the
good.
benefits of being fearless, ma'am. So guys, please be fearless.
So
and I will
what?
also be fearless.
Okay, that's really great. Give her a huge round of applause. Everyone, give her a huge round of applause. Very well said. Very well said. That is Archana Shukla from the public speaking course, a participant of the public speaking course. So proud of her for speaking so beautifully. And you have brought so many beautiful points. And the way you said it was really awesome. I'm sure everybody watching here is going to take up one thing which you're scared of and do it. So come on, out with what is that one thing, one fear that you're going to face? Do one thing that you're scared of. That's your task for today.
Okay.
So what is it? What is it? A commitment is what is required.
Right now, for me, the fear is somebody speaking.
No, no, no. Yeah.
For me, right now, my fear is of my drawing. So I have a problem like how to live look and draw the same thing. So I'm trying to overcome that कि imagination बढ़ाओ और कैसे speed बढ़ाने का, तो वो fear है अंदर रहती कैसे करने का. So I'm trying to overcome कि how should I work on it and
Right. So you can, sorry. So you can actually imagine that you're overcoming the fear of imagining. So what you can do is you can imagine that you have drawn it exactly the way it is expected of you. Because once you see that you have done something, you will eventually be able to do it. That's why it said, if you can create something in your mind, if you can see it here, you can hold it here. Like for all your paintings, you had seen it before you drew it. Right? So the same way, if you can see that you have drawn it exactly the way it is and have that visual memory so strong in your mind that everybody is saying, Ari, how have you done it so well to such a level of perfection? And then you will see that eventually you will reach there because your mind will only do what image you have given it.
yes.
उसको पता नहीं आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, पर आपने जो दृश्य दिखाया है दिमाग को, वो पूरा करने के लिए जो करना है आपसे करवाएंगे. So even if you're feeling like sleeping and resting for some time, but you know that you have to do your practice, दिमाग अंदर से बोलेगा no, I have to do it by so and so time, right? So it will push you to reach towards your goal because you have already given it a goal. जैसे मैं आपको बोलूं कि आपको अंधेरी जाना है, तो आपको पता है अंधेरी तक जाना है, you know your destination, तो रास्ता तो बन ही जाएगा. नहीं पता है तो भी ढूंढ लेंगे. So your mind works in that way. You show it an image and it will take you there. So the subconscious mind sees pictures. So whenever you can give it a picture, it will make it come true. So well, that's Tisha. Give her a huge round of applause for challenging her fear. Yes, who's coming next? Come on, you have to decide today. Yes, Vivek. What's your fear and how are you going to challenge it? Kalash. Quick. You haven't thought about it? Harsh, haven't you thought about it? Or you have?
I'm kind of thinking. I have 2 points to say, but one is about I will stop thinking and fearing about getting injured and rather give my 100% in my activities or anything what I'm doing, like I'm football and gym. Yeah.
Oh, you really had a fear of being hurt.
Yeah. So since a week, my shin splits are paining a lot cause sudden change in activities and running and all. So I'm scared of things like my legs will get injured or fractured or something. So I'll just stop imagining that and I'll give my 100%.
See, it is said that most of the things that you fear happening never happen. But if you give it so much of an energy and create that visual, your mind will think that is what you want. I'll give you an example here. Do you know who is Abdul Kalam? He was the ex-president of India and a great person, a genius. He and his friend, or not friend, his cousin, Sammy, had climbed a tree and they were holding on to the tree branch, which was very thin. And you know, the wind was coming and it was swaying it. So, so Sammy's father sees this and he screams from there and says, "You will fall, please be careful." And Abdul Kalam's father says, "Hold on tight." Sammy falls to the ground and Abdul Kalam holds on tight. What has happened is you created an image of the other person falling. Don't fall. So when I say don't think about a pink elephant, you're going to think about a pink elephant, right? That picture is already created. That's how your subconscious mind works. So when you say don't fall, you first see yourself falling. Right? So the image that you give to your mind is very, very important. So think of yourself, "Are yaar, lag gaya to kya hai? Badge hai. It's a medal." I used to get a number of medals in my childhood because I was very mischievous. I still am. So don't worry about what's going to happen, because you're going to miss out. Like how Archana said, you're going to miss out on opportunities if you nurture your fear. Just today, Janvi showed me a picture, a video of her doing bungee jumping. You should see it tomorrow. And then we are going to do bungee jumping all together. Yay! Yes, Kalash. What is the fear that you're going to overcome? And how?
Like I've told my fears about one subject.
It's only about the subject, nothing else, right?
Yeah.
So it's about how to study, correct? Once you know how to study and remember, you will be able to overcome that fear.
Yeah.
So in the next session, we are doing that. So you have to get your book and we're going to ensure that you're going to complete remembering whatever is taught, is supposed to be learned by you. Are you game for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Vivek, how are you going to overcome your fear? Are you there, Vivek? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am.
Yes.
Uh,
Which is one fear you're going to overcome?
I won't be keep on thinking about it, that fear on and on. If I keep on thinking, overthinking about that, it will makes me more fearful.
Correct. Very true. What an awesome realization. If you keep thinking about your fear, it's going to make you all the more fearful because you are giving it energy. So
Yeah.
whatever you give attention to, energy will flow there. It's like saying मुझे दर्द हो रहा है तो मैं उसको कुरेद रही हूँ बार बार, तो वो दर्द तो और ज्यादा होगा ना.
Yeah.
So how are you going to stop your mind when it starts going towards thinking negative about a particular thing? That's a fear.
About affirming myself, that why should I think about that? Is it necessary? I will ask myself, why should you think about that? Is it necessary? As I say myself that it is all make you gonna feel painful.
So do you want to choose pain or you want to
Yeah.
choose pleasure?
Sometimes talking to yourself is also helpful, right?
Correct. When you affirm to yourself and say, Vivek, you don't need to have this. जब आएगा तब देखा जाएगा.
Yeah. Because
So when you
recently I tried this.
Okay, very
Helped
good,
me a
very
lot.
good. बहुत सयाना हो गया.
Mm-hmm.
Management me is proud of our student Vivek, who has actually started observing his thoughts and deciding that he's not going to give too much of weightage to his negative thoughts.
Yeah.
Probability तो 50-50% है ना कोई चीज होने का.
हाँ,
तो ये भी हो सकता है पॉजिटिव, ये भी हो सकता है नेगेटिव। तो आप जिसको वजन दोगे उतना वो बढ़ेगा। If you think of all the good things you're going to get, that's going to be your reality. Because your personal reality is your personality. Correct? So wonderful, wonderful, Vivek. Such a nice observation you have made.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Archana, do you want to share something? Any one fear that you're going to overcome? Yes, sir.
Ma'am, fear of not standing for myself.
Oh, audience, I am sure there are many of you who are scared to speak for your own needs, whether it is in your family or whether it is in your workplace or whether it is in your social setting. मेरा question ये है, are you important or not? क्या आप खुद को value करते हो? Are you valuing yourself or not? No. You have to stand up for yourself, otherwise nobody will stand up for you. दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद की जय करो। कोई आपका पीठ नहीं थपथपाएगा, आपको ही अपना हाथ लेना पड़ेगा और अपने पीठ को थपथपाना पड़ेगा और अपने हक के लिए बोलना पड़ेगा। All the women out there, all the men out there who have not been speaking for yourself, you deserve the best. And of course, you have to ensure that you give the best as well. और फिर हक से मांग सकते हो, है ना? So you deserve the best, whether it is a promotion to the next role, whether it is being listened to, whether it is being understood, whether it is asking for your right, whether it is demanding for your due wages, whatever it is, whether it is demanding for your own respect, you have every right to stand for yourself. So do one thing by which you can face your fear. Do one thing that you're most scared of, and that's how you'll begin to become fearless. So my dear friends, let me close this session, this beautiful session, with a small joke. I once threw a boomerang out there, and now I'm scared when it's gonna come and hit me back. But yes, I would love to have the boomerangs which is going to make me grow. Even if it is fearful for some time, I wouldn't mind taking it and facing it because I am fearless. All together, let's say, unmute yourself. And for all the audience out there, 1, 2, 3. I am fearless. I am fearless.
I am fearless.
I am fearless.
I am fearless.
So be it, so be it. Done, done, done. God bless you all. And those who are having class tomorrow, please join me at 11 a.m. And yes, audience, any request for any specific things, do comment in. Share this link with everyone who's interested in leading a full life. So these are the secrets of living a full life. Please practice it, implement it, and do tell us what you think about the full talks that we have here, which is screened live on YouTube. God bless you all, and I win when you win. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.